Easy people, back with another one of these quick beats. So I'm going to play you what I did and then I'm going to try and recreate it. One day I'm going to come up with some music for this intro. This particular beat was done consisting of everything on the Akai Force, most of its plugins. Okay, to save quite a bit of bother, what I'm going to do is I'm going to Blue Peter some of this. So here are the sounds I've used. I'm going to keep these sounds in. I'll just take you through them. I've got piano on one using a hype, another type of piano. I've got some drums, live drums. Percussion, I've got bass and some strings. First thing I want to talk about is notes. By using Shift Note, I can get to the configure page. Now there's a couple of different ones here. What I think I like for this song was the tonets. And the way the tonets work is, it's really hard to describe. It's their own kind of thing. And I'm going to be honest, my music theory is poor at best. So the best way I can describe it is it kind of does the connection with the notes. It kind of makes connections with certain types of notes. So like certain types of scales, but not necessarily the full scale. Maybe notes that work really well together with that scale. That's my conclusion of it. And I'll start with piano. I got the piano and I was like, all right. I was going through them. And one I always know from using Cubase and Ableton is Dorian. Dorian seems to work for a lot of soulful things from what I've noticed. So I just thought, all right, let me try and do something. I set the velocity to a fixed velocity because what you can have is you can have it just as played. But because I knew that I wanted it at a certain level, I could just go fixed velocity. So I was like, oh yeah, I like this. So I thought, let me see. Yeah, so I said, all right then, let me do that. Now that I've got used to using this, I now switch off the fixed length and it just works exactly the same as it would in Push or anything else. What it does is, it'll go to the last bar and then the last beat, and it'll round the bars up. Hopefully that should make some sense to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this and see what I come up with. Oh yeah, I always have to remember this. Sometimes you go record an arm. So if you find it's not working, always check at record arm to see if it's actually lit on the one you want to use. So I'll start that again. 2, 3, and so I've got that. So the next thing what I did is I went back to notes again by Shift Note because I'm going to change the configuration because I wanted to look for chords. And what I use for chords is actually just the chords. There's two ways around it. But first I kept the scale Dorian, and then like I go and I look for, because I knew it was that, so I could use maybe that, or I could go with a major. which is the one I used. I could do major or minor, so let's see. Oh, could try minor. So C major 7th, see what that's like. So we'll try that. I like that. So I could record them in by flicking through them, but that's going to be really janky. So the best idea is I'll record the first one in. I'm going to do that one, and then I can find a chord for the next section. So here we go. Yeah, quite like that. I'll have that. So all I have to do is punch back in. So I got them too. So now I'm going to go with my drums. So I'm going to add some drums to this. Style what I'm trying to do is kind of jazzy. So it's kind of a broken jazz style. So let's see what we come up with. Show you a little quick trick. I turned off the record so it's not armed, but that keeps the metronome, so I don't have to keep going down here to turn on the metronome and on off. I can keep the metronome playing without recording anything. So now, because that's not armed, I can press record and it'll show me the metronome while I can test out some patterns I want to play. So that's what I'm going to do. You can also do it with step sequencer, but I always think it's just better if you play it in. It takes too long for me. I like to do things nice and quick. So let's see what we come up with. Oh, arm it. Don't forget to arm. Now I'm ready to play. So what I did there is I hit it too late, so I'll go to clip. It's 5 bars. All I have to do is turn that to 4 bars, and I've got a nice thingy, a nice even 4-bar loop. So the next section I'm going to do is add in some more hi-hats to fill it up, and I'll leave it in this section so we can see what's running. So if you're questioning why my janky playing all went in time, is because what I also do, and usually I'll put it onto screen, is, and if I go back to matrix it'll come up, is I put a bit of swing on and I put the time correction on. So that's why it was doing that. So for me in the ballpark, it's always going to work. It's a quick way of working. And like I said, and I think I've said on a previous quick beat, if you want to get rid of anything and do it without any, just turn down the time correction. Here's a quick way of renaming everything. If I'm in this clip mode, all I have to do is go to clips, and then like, now this is a new type of chord, so I can call this piano free. Well, I call it piano chords free. So piano chords free. Where's chords? For some reason my brain just seized up then. Chords 2, not free, because I've only done 2 chords things. And I could go to this, and that's still the same play. I played it the same way, so there's no worries about that. Alright, so I've got that, I've got my drums. Let's add some percussion. So go percussion. There's nothing there, so I'm going to record my percussion again. I'll turn that off. Go back to there. Have a little mess about, see what I come up with, and then record it in. Yeah, I think I like that, so I'll record that in. So arm that. It's armed. And like I say, quick way of checking if you're armed, you can look there and see if you're on the right thing. I am on the right thing, 5. Okay, so let's go. So now I'm thinking about that sounds too busy for me. I'm not feeling that. I wasn't really quite feeling that again, like I was saying. So I'm going to use a cowbell, because everybody likes cowbell. But I need a lot of less velocity, because I don't want it loud. I want it subtle. So I'm going to add that in, I think. I like that. Okay, I'll record that. Record arm. Yeah, we'll have that. So I made a mistake there. And shift, delete. Okay, I'm cool. So what I like is, I like that, but what I want to do is add this sound in. Where is it? Like that. I want to add a little sparkle. So I'm going to double the length of that by shift, double, but do it in clip. If you do it in there, it seems to add a space and double the length. The best way to do it is to do it in the matrix, because it knows you're doubling the length of that clip. You're not doubling the length of the space. So I'll double that, and then now that's 8 bars long, and I've got a little sparkle at the beginning. I can go into the main menu, and I could go to step sequencer. I'm on that sequencer, and I could just visually turn it down. So I could add more in here, or or anywhere else. So that's cool. So let's add some bass in now. And the bass. Got notes. We're on bass. Yes, we're on bass. Got notes. And I want da 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 da. So all I have to do is go back to tonics. And I'm back where it is. And then I might say shift because I don't want it that loud, maybe. Maybe I want it a little lower. We'll play it and see what it's like. Okay. And I've got my tune. And the only thing I want to do now, if I go to launch, I'm going to copy them chords over to the string chords. And if I want to add something else, I can add. So I'll go copy. I'm going to copy from here to the strings. So now I've got my whole tune. So here I've got my tune. Let's go. So here's something interesting, what I haven't done so far, and I'm going to do it now. I'm going to try something totally avant-garde. I'm going to see what the computer comes up with. And how am I going to do that? First thing I'm going to do is, where is it? It's not record, it's clip. So I'm going to set a 2-bar clip in. So I'm going to put a 2-bar clip in. Going to press edit, and I'm going to generate random events. Those random events, what I'm going to generate, are going to be in Dorian. So in Dorian, not going to be legato, because I want them to just kind of bounce around. Yeah, constrained to the notes to the scale, and let's see what it comes up with. Alright, let's see what that's like. Oh, it'll help if I play it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there again. I'm going to try pitch quantize now. See if that'll tighten it up a bit. See what happens here. It might not do anything because this is already in here. Only apply to selected events. Yeah, it's gonna. Let's see if it does anything else. No, it wouldn't do anything. That makes sense. Alright, we'll try it again. I don't like that. I'll do a random again. Because it'll just randomize again. And here's a go. Actually, that sounds dope. So, shift, select all. And move that up 1 octave again to 4. I think that might. That sounds right. Yeah, that works for me. So The only thing for me is it should be up an octave even higher. So that's the tune. Obviously this quick beat is probably about 25 minutes. It didn't take me 25 minutes. I've kind of yabbed the way through it just to show how fast it is to get this stuff together. So anyway, this is what I came up with, and as I always say, subscribe, ask me questions. I'm here to answer them as much as I can. So enjoy.